So far, we've had introductions to different aspects of WordPress. Now we're going to put all of it to use and we're going to build a blog. And before we proceed any further, it's very, very important that you follow along with what I'm doing here. So whatever I'm doing here is just showing you how to do things, but it's very important that you actually follow along and do it yourself. If you don't, then you're just wasting your time. If you're just watching these videos, it's just a waste of time. You have to practice on your own for you to make the most out of this. So with that said, let's get started. In this video, we're going to build a blog using what we've learned so far. So what I'm going to do is, once you've logged into WordPress, we can actually click on this button here, and I'm going to opt for this. So we want to create a new website, and I'm going to call this Raghav blog. So here we're basically selecting the subdomain, and you can see here that it's giving us a subdomain for free. And I'm just going to select that. And again, we're going to choose the free option. And our site is ready, except that we are still yet to publish it, which is why it says coming soon. So now our site is ready. Let's go have a look at it. So basically we're getting the same exact thing that we got the last time we created the demo website. Exact same thing. So there's not much to see here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the dashboard. And I'm going to select the theme that I want my website to have. The reason I'm selecting the theme first is that the theme comes with additional stuff that we may want to not want. So I'm just going to select the theme first and then customize the website. So first thing we need to look at is what kind of a blog is this. We want to look at that first and then select the theme based on it. I'm going to go for a personal blog where I post stuff about what I'm doing. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search the themes. Something like this, and you can see a lot of things show up. I don't want anything extravagant, so I just want something really simple. And I feel like I like something like this. We can have a preview of this. This theme is quite simple and elegant. I like the color scheme, and I like the fact that the look is clean. So this is what it looks like. So as you can see that on the right side, there is some space here, which can be used for some other things, which I'll show you. And I think this looks fine. I'm going to activate this. And I'm going to go here and refresh it. There we go. So we have our blog, which is ready, which is not yet launched, but it's ready to be customized. I'm going to click on edit here so that I can edit the page. I'm going to delete everything that I don't need, and basically that is all of it. I want to create my blog from the beginning the way I want it, so I'm deleting everything. Okay, so this is a very clean looking empty page. I'm going to update it. And I'm going to go to the site again. So the home page is empty. I'm going to do something similar for the blog page. We can let the blogs be. I think that's fine. I'm going to update it. I'm going to go to the About page. I'm just going to replace the text. And I'm going to change this image with something. Again, I'm just going to use a generic image. I've updated that. And the contact page, I'm going to quickly modify this. So I'm just going to put a welcome message here. So I'm just going to quickly tell the viewers that they can use this form to contact me. I don't want to share my address, so none of this will be available. Okay, so this looks good. I think that looks good. And the next thing I want to do is I want to go to the dashboard again. And I'm going to go to the posts section. So this is important. I'm going to first delete all of the existing posts. So one thing you can do is you can actually select all of these at once and then do a bulk action, which is I want to send it to trash so that I can start fresh. And I can click on apply here. So all of my blog posts are gone. Let's actually go have a look at our website again. So the home is very empty and would expect the same at the blog. And about is pretty plain. And so is the contact. So this is good now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new blog post. Here I'm going to add some content. So I'm done with that, and I'm going to, okay, before I click on publish, let's have a look at some of these things here. So there are two tabs here. One is a document. So the thing about this is that we can actually schedule a post to be published at a later time. So right now, by default, it's publishing, making it public immediately. We can also say private, in which case like nobody will be able to see it. And also we can schedule it. We can say that I want it to be published at this date at this time. Okay, so it's very convenient to have these options. And a post format, you can say it's a standard or a video or audio or quote or image, link, gallery. So there are a lot of options here. These are some things that you have to check out for yourself. You can also make an announcement kind of a thing where you can stick it to the top of your blog. And so what this is if I publish this blog post, this would be available at this link. So you can customize this text so that the URL for the blog post would be the way you want it. So that's what the slug is. And here we have categories. I'm just going to say a silly content, okay, silly category. And I'm going to add that as a new category, and it's automatically marked. It's good to have categories because like when you have a large blog with several different kinds of posts that you're making, it's good to have a category specified so that later on you can actually search easily. Users would find it convenient to have those in place. The second thing, the tag. If you enter a tag, it's basically easier for somebody searching for something to find it easy through the tag. So tag would be helpful for searching stuff. And featured image. I don't want to set anything right now, but that's possibility. So when you have the featured image set, it will show up differently on the blog page. Next excerpt is so actually let me go ahead and set the featured image. Let's set that one. And this is the excerpt. And discussion. So you can basically allow comments or disable comments as well. Now this tab is explored. Now let's look at the block. So this block is basically just the settings for the current block that we selected. So for example, if this is the block that we selected, there are some additional settings that are available for this particular block. So this is the paragraph block that we selected. Again, paragraph block. There are no other blocks on this page, so there's not much to see here. But anyway, you can specify certain things like how large you want the text to be and what is the line height of the text. And so this is basically showing the first capital letter of the paragraph to be in large. And yeah, you have some additional CSS classes, which is something advanced from where we are right now. We can explore this later stage. So this is just a brief overview of what's on the right side. Now let's click on publish. And I think we can publish it immediately. So let's click on view post. So it looks fairly plain. And if you go to the blog page, you get to see the featured image show up on top, the title, and then the excerpt text that we selected along with the date. So this is the point of the excerpt text. You can basically have it be whatever you want regardless of the content here. So the content, actual content is very different from what the except text is. We can have it completely different. But that is the point of the except text, and also the featured image will show up on the blog page as well. So this is a quick demo of how to create a blog post. Now let's go ahead and create another blog post. In this one, I'm going to do some additional stuff on the blog post. So I'm going to make this a short story. So I'm just going to pick up one of these. And make this the content. And I'm going to click on this, make that the part of the title. And I'm going to copy this image, and I'm going to add a block. So I'm going to search here. So basically I pasted it, and it did give me this block. And I can add a caption if needed, but I don't think we need a caption for this one. So we added an image, and we have some text. And below this, I'm going to add a block. So let's actually have a look at what these blocks are. Like, there are several different blocks here. Block is just an element on the page. So there are a whole lot of blocks here, and I think it's best for you to have a look at these yourself. I'm just gonna quickly show you how many blocks there are. That's quite a lot. And as you can see, this is the reason why WordPress is quite popular. It's got so many options here. For now, I'm just going to create a code block where we can copy over this moral of the story thing. Okay, so I think I'll copy over this here and format it like this. Okay, so now that looks fine. And I think I'll start the beginning of this paragraph with drop cap. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to save this. I'm going to publish this. Actually, I forgot to add the category and the tags. So let's go and add those. So this is a category of short story. And I'm going to add a tag here. Okay, those are some tags. And let's add a featured image. Let's download this image. And upload it. We can actually edit images. So let me actually make this smaller because I don't want it to be that huge. I think I want it to be like something like 200. Which is fine. And I think the image is saved. So let's add that as the featured image. I think it's already added. So let's go up again. So I'm adding an excerpt to this post. So let's have a look at the blog post. So this is what our blog looks like now with two different blog posts. So there it is. We have our blog. I think the only thing that needs fixing is the home page. Doesn't look very appealing right now. So let's go and change the name of the site first. And one more thing we can do is we can go to the homepage settings and make this show our blog posts. So that way it doesn't look too plain. I'm going to save changes. And one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some widgets. So I haven't told you what widgets are. So widgets are basically these things. So for example, you can actually add a category widget which would show you all the categories that are in our website. And you can look at the different posts that belong to these categories. And another thing we can do is footers widget. So here we can add a video. So let's go to YouTube. So let's click on this image, this video. And add it to the widget. Okay, so here it would show up at the very bottom. So this is the footer region of our website, and we've created this video widget, and it's now showing up here. So you can see this. We can also add another widget here. Okay, so this is what a widget is. It's basically some things that you can have on the page, and you can easily add them, remove them, modify them using this particular page. One more thing I want to do is I'm going to go and change the order of items on our primary menu. So here I'm going to move. Here I'm going to reorder this. I'm going to move the about to the second, and then have the blog, and then the contact. And you can actually have a different kind of an item. We can add a new page that says and now we have this. So let's save the changes. Let's have a look at what this looks like now. Actually, I'm also going to reorder this. And save it. Let's preview the website now. So we have a title and the caption and the sidebar with a widget and some footer widgets, and we have the new page. So here we can modify this page to have other things on here. So I'm going to modify this. I'm going to add that same video that we shared just now. I'm going to copy the link to this, and here I'm going to click on this button to add the block. I'm going to say video. Okay, so here we have a YouTube embed. Okay. And similarly, I can add another block. Again, another video can be added. So let's add this one. And I'm going to click on update. Okay, so let's have a look at the page now. Okay, you see that it's actually looking really good now. So we have the simple contact page. We have the video page we just saw. We have the blogs page. And we have the about page. And we have the home page. Now, as you can see, we only spent a few minutes on this, and we already have a website that we can call our own. The only thing left now is to launch the website. And I'm going to skip purchase here, continue with the free site. There we go. We have our own website, our own personal blog website, and you are free to share this with anybody. So I hope this video was helpful in understanding what a blog is and how to build a blog using WordPress. And as I keep mentioning, it's very important that you actually practice along. Don't just watch the videos and leave it there. You have to go and do this on your own. Go to WordPress.com right now. Go create a blog and modify the site exactly the way you want it, and share your URL on the comment section below. Let me have a look at it. I'll definitely have a look at it. I'll post my comments on what I think about your website. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on the future videos, and also like and share if you want to support the channel. I'll see you in the next one.